Welcome, everyone. Oh, and I still have reflections on. Look, I was so excited that we were getting started at 3:30 today, and then I didn't bother to make sure that all the rest of the stuff was actually like preset
You
and
just
ready
you
to
just
go.
weren't ready. You just weren't ready. We were ready, but we weren't ready.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
these
were
things happen.
prepared, but we weren't on top of things.
I was just too excited that we were actually here at 3:30.
Yeah.
No, nothing else. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome
Hello!
to the podcast where we talk about pop culture, mostly video games, because that's sort of like the defining link between the three of
It's our
us.
niche, if
That's
you will.
most of what we do.
The link between worlds, if you will, is video game. Ah! Jokes.
A link to the past.
Legend of Zelda jokes. A link to the past. Which actually brings
joke was
me
so terrible.
which actually brings me to the first thing that I wanted to mention today, which actually isn't on our topics list, but I saw an article this week that was talking about video games celebrating anniversaries this year. And
Mhm.
I was just pointing out to Joe before
Yeah.
we got started that Legend of Zelda is celebrating like 5 this year. I think
Yeah,
Wind Waker
pretty
was
much.
turning 15. Ocarina of Time was turning 20. Link's Awakening was having an anniversary. I want to say either 15 or 20.
25.
Oh, 25?
25.
Oh, that's right, because it was for the Game Boy. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. It was older.
OG Game Boy.
And actually, I think Legend of Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link had a anniversary this year.
There was a time where they were really pumping out those games every 5 years.
It's but that's the thing though, is that that's like half the games, and then the other half will have anniversaries on like a different year.
In like 3 years.
Yeah, in like
Yeah.
3 years, that's
Or
when
so.
all the
They'll be,
other
like, major.
games. That's when you'll have Majora's Mask and the original
Oh, yeah.
and what else was there? The Minish Cap, Spirit Tracks.
Hey, so sort of talking about that with Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
And that being out. First of all, how are you liking it? I know you've been playing it a lot more.
Oh my god, I love that game. Here's the thing. I move very slowly through that game, just
that's
because I want to explore everything and I want to like get everything there is to get.
Yeah.
Hold on, just let me change the topic title here while I'm talking. But I think that there are certain things that Nintendo tried with it that I don't think quite work. So it's sort of one of those things where I absolutely love it, of course, because I'm a fan of Legend of Zelda. I love the way that they set up the story, that it's like Link doesn't really remember the past, but it's like you sort of rediscover your past while you're going through all this other stuff. And I just think it's really interesting, like the shrines, like how much is hidden in the world, I guess I should say, because the shrines are hidden, but also you have like the Koroks you have to find, and it's all about exploration. Like if you don't explore around some of these things, you are never gonna find. Like I remember just before I stopped playing last night, I was climbing on top of Mount Lanayru to get up to the Peak of Awakening because it was part of like this memory that I had. And I was like, what's up on top of there? Now I'm curious, like what goes on at the top of the Peak of Awakening? So I got up there and nothing exciting happened, but I found a Korok that was just like
Hey!
chilling at the top. I was like, oh, cool, awesome. And sometimes there are like environmental puzzles to solve to like unlock shrines and stuff. And you know, there are all sorts of side quests going on, and there's just so much to see. Like, I've unlocked, I think I've made it to 3 towers. So I've unlocked like 3 areas of the map, and then I haven't gotten to the rest yet. So I have Zora's Domain, and I have like the area around sort of like the hub area where you have your house and everything. And then I have like the sort of where like Kakariko Village is in those places. And I have that unlocked, but it's just been slow progress because I've been so excited to just like explore all
Oh
the
yeah,
little.
absolutely. That's how I
pieces.
play those games too, and then I usually end up putting them down before ever finishing them because I'm just like, you know what? I've had my fill.
No, I'll
I
definitely
don't know what
finish
half
it
of the
because-
things
However-
were that Janky said.
However, that's what happened with Skyrim anyway. I played it for a little bit. I'm like, oh, it's so cool. I can walk around and explore these things. I was like, I'm kind of done. I'm kind of over it.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I played Breath of the Wild, it'd be different though, because I'm actually interested in Legend of Zelda, unlike Elder Scrolls. No
Yeah.
offense to people who like Elder
Um,
Scrolls. It's a great game. I'm not attacking
It's a
it.
good
It's
game,
just
Brett.
not for me.
But
Spider-Man.
I will say
Spider-Man, great
Spider-Man, great game. I will say that the counter to that though is, people who critique the game. I understand some of like what their thing is too, because as an example, one of the things in the game is every piece of armor and every weapon and every shield that you get in the game has a number associated with it.
Yeah, it's expendable.
It's yeah,
They'll
they're all breakable. Even like the special weapons you get. So for each dungeon, you get like a special weapon that's representative of like the champion, and you
Yeah.
can get them
Yeah,
reforged
even
if
those.
they break. So it's like you can like bring them to certain people and
So
they
you can
will
bring it back.
yeah,
Okay.
but it can still break. And even the master sword, like it's not unbreakable exactly. It's just if you use it too much, then it has to recharge for like a few minutes before you can use it again.
Okay.
So it's sort of one of those things where everything's breakable, but the problem that I have with the number system is that I don't feel like I understand what the numbers mean. Because it's like you could say like, okay, so I'm wearing, let's say, a level 5 cape and okay, let me use this example because this is the easiest I think. I have the Zora armor. Okay, so the Zora armor gives you a swimming buff, and you can use a spin attack in the water, and you can actually climb up waterfalls, which is super duper cool. And each
Salmon powers activate.
basically, and it's
Salmon
super
powers
awesome.
Activate.
But each piece of the Zora armor is 5. That's like the number on it. So if you're wearing all the pieces, then your number's 15. So if someone attacks you with like a level 2 weapon, you lose like a quarter of a heart. But if someone attacks you with like a level 26 weapon, you lose like 5 3/4 hearts. And I'm just like, I don't understand what the translation is there. Because like, objectively, a higher numbered weapon is better. It just is. It does more damage. Like, it's just a better weapon.
It's more durable.
But
yeah,
it-
it's gonna be all those things.
yeah, it's like, is the number durability or is that attack power? Or it's just like hard to understand, like, what is
It
it
just
that those
is.
numbers are trying to
It
tell
just
me?
is.
I know, but that sucks because, like, if I walk into a situation and I don't understand that that person has, like, a significantly higher weapon than me, and I could be wearing my best armor and get one-shotted. Like, I could be wearing the highest ranked armor I could be wearing, and if they have a weapon that's, like, of a certain level, they can one-shot me. I've been one-shotted a few times in that game already. A couple times by Lionels, which suck, by the way. They're the worst things ever. Giant centaur, evil centaur
Yeah,
men,
yeah.
they're the worst.
Yeah,
But no, I've been having a blast with it.
Giant evil centaur man.
yeah. Yep, giant evil centaur man.
And
Mhm.
the way that they do the heart system is interesting in that game. So did you play any of Skyward Sword?
Like the tutorial.
Okay. You know how they introduce like the stamina system in Skyward Sword?
Yeah.
Okay, that's also very central to Breath of the Wild. That's like you can climb on anything and you can run through anything and you can swim through anything, but it takes stamina to do those things. And like if you run out of stamina, for example, in the middle of the river, right? You're gonna wake up on the side of the river somewhere with your full
Okay.
hearts, but you basically drown more or less. And like if you run out of stamina while you're climbing a wall, then you just fall down the wall and things like that. And I mean, the cooking system is helpful because with the cooking system, you can cook potions and food that can replenish hearts and stamina and make you sneaky. Or, they give you like resistance to cold or hot. That's a thing too. Like environmental elements. Like if you get too high up on a mountain, you're going to be cold unless you have some sort of cold resistance. Or if you go out into the desert, you need some sort of heat resistance. Or if you're trying to sneak up on an animal to kill it and get meat, then you have to make sure that you're not being too loud or else the animal will get startled and hear you. And you have to... So they've introduced like a lot of really interesting elements that I've enjoyed, but also I understand like people's frustrations. That's like I've never seen like Jim Sterling's review of Breath of the Wild. I know he didn't give it a high rank, but so I'm not sure like what his arguments against it are, but I feel like I would probably understand whatever his arguments are if I listened to them.
So So if they follow like a similar course of action for the next game, and like Majora's Mask, like same basic systems but new map, new game, would you still get it? Like, would you be like, oh yeah, I'm in?
Oh yeah, I would definitely still play it again because I think the things that like bug me about it are it's not they're not so terrible that it makes me like frustrated and want to not play the game.
Yeah.
It's just little
There's
things
like,
like I feel
wish
like they
I-
could
I
improve
wish
that
I-
system. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
like if they
It's like, I
if
wish
they
it
did a
all
Majora's
would-
Mask, you know, just like go back in and be like, let's just tweak this. Let's make this a little better.
Mhm.
That sort of thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry I started talking over you again. You just got me on Legend of Zelda. That's
Yeah,
like
no, that's why I asked. That's why I asked. I wanted to hear your opinions on it because it's a game you've been playing a lot of lately. And you
Legend
got the
of Zelda. Legend of Zelda. I can't turn. It's fine.
No,
I
what
can
have
just
you been
show off
playing?
my little.
What have I been playing?
What have you been doing in your free time?
Yeah.
The Star Wars Spectacular. That was literally all of my time.
Hey man,
So Battlefront. You've
Did
been
you-
playing Battlefront. Is what I hear there.
you like Battlefront 2? The campaign?
Yeah, I love the
I
campaign.
know you've talked about it a little bit.
The story of the campaign is really, really good, and towards the tail end of it, it had me kind of like, like, oh, is this gonna tie into Last Jedi in a huge way?
Mhm.
And it kind of tied in, but not in a huge way. Like,
Not in a huge way.
um,
Kind of a disappointment, or was it
no,
just like?
it wasn't
like,
a
you know, this
disappointment.
makes sense.
It was like they hyped up this one thing, and I instantly thought, oh.
Did-
yeah.
Yeah.
Did Star Wars literally just make like a huge lore point out of this game? But then the DLC dropped, and then I was like, oh no, never mind. They didn't. They
Aw.
totally didn't.
Ooh.
Like basically, they make you think that one of the characters could possibly be Rey's parents, and then
Oh,
in the
okay.
very next instance, we meet that character's daughter years later. And it's like, okay, no, never mind. It's not actually. It's not Rey. It's okay. We're good. We're safe here.
I
But
Or is it?
I mean, I thought it would have been a cool thing because like the characters had ties to Jakku, even though they didn't, and they did. But anyways, but I enjoyed it. It was good. I like
It's
because
gonna-
like basically the only tie-in to the movie is that there's allies in the Outer Rim that they need to get, and the battle plans of the Dreadnought.
Mm.
So
I think the thing with the story mode of Battlefront is even though the Star Wars team has said that they would like to like, it's canon and they would like to use that as part of their story pot to like draw stuff out of. I think it's kind of like what Marvel did with the Netflix series, and that it's part of the cinematic universe, but also you're probably never
But it's
going to
not.
see Jessica Jones in the Infinity War movie.
Didn't they?
Which
Didn't
I
they say
would
like?
hope.
I thought they said that like the cinematic universe is canon to the Netflix series, but not the other way around.
yes.
See, but that's stupid.
I know. That's the same thing with Agents of Shield. Like the cinematic
the
universe.
only
is
reason
canon
that
to
they
Agents
did
of
Like,
Shield,
that.
but
like I
Shield
get
isn't
that it would be
canon to
hard to like take stuff from a TV show and like bring that into consideration in the cinematic universe.
Yeah.
But also, it's
But
stupid
I
to
think
have it
the-
be a one-way street.
I think the main reason they did that is back when Joss Whedon was still like showrunner of like a lot of the Marvel stuff, that he kind of had a hissy fit and was like, no, Agents of Shield doesn't have anything to do with Marvel since they took me off the team or something like that. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it's like, no, Coulson's gonna be my thing.
Hasn't he since been removed as the showrunner of Agents of Shield?
I'm
Probably. I
not
don't know.
certain because
What's Joss Whedon up to
still,
these days?
What's his production company? Something Zombie.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Josh.
What
I
did
just
do?
know that
In
it-
the back of my head.
Joss, where is Doctor Horrible 2? We've been waiting for decades.
Grr. Arg. Where's Firefly season 2? We've been waiting for decades.
That one's not
No,
entirely your
here's
fault,
the
but
thing.
if you did it, that would be
Here's the
amazing.
thing. Here's the thing about Firefly. Let sleeping dogs lie. It's past.
Yeah, to be
Past.
fair, yeah.
If they did it now,
And-
it wouldn't be good.
That's
And
kind of like
Conman is an acceptable
yeah,
is an
Conman's pretty
acceptable
great.
Firefly adjacent show.
Firefly adjacent thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Conman is
It's
pretty
the whole
great.
cast, and they're talking about Spectrum, that one great show that they were on that ended with a series and a movie.
And then in season 2 they make the movie. It's great.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, I've
Come
heard
in, really good. They put it on Sci-Fi, and my dad yelled at me. He was like, "Why did you never tell me this existed?" And I'm like, "Well, first of all, you needed a subscription to get it. Second of all, I didn't know that they put it on Sci-Fi." And he starts watching it, and we're like, "This is the dumbest fucking thing that we've ever seen, but it's also the best friggin' thing that we've ever seen."
I need to watch it.
But it is true that
It's worth the time.
I've heard like basically the cast of Firefly, pretty much everyone on that cast say something very similar to that. And that they're just like, you know, it was a really great show and we loved being a part of it and we were really sad that it ended early. But at this point, it's probably better to just like have it be a really good memory rather than try to bring it back.
Yeah.
And then disappoint. Because, like, the other thing is hype and anticipation, especially nowadays, like, it just brings people down. Like, I'll admit that the trailers for Last Jedi kind of had me like overhyped, and then when I
Last Jedi was a very disappointing movie, all in all. Like, say what you will about whether you liked it or didn't. Yeah. From the trailers, it was very disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trailers just took like all the actiony bits and put them together.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like we're gonna show you all the best bits. And it's like after that, it's like, okay, cool. We're left with
space chase,
shots, the world's slowest chase,
the world's slowest chase.
The galaxy's slowest chase.
Bite. Yeah.
Whatever.
And then
it was not.
But yeah, so what was the other one?
What else have you been playing?
And Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3. I
you
feel
haven't
like
been playing it, but
I haven't been playing it, but I'm jazzed for it. But I'm
you're gonna be way too hype.
Oh yeah.
I'm afraid that the hype is gonna be too big, especially with like the leaks from last time. Like, you know, if it's real, if it's not, you know, whatever. Temper
your results.
Yeah, I gotta learn now to temper my expectations. Like, I'm still going to love whatever it is.
Yeah, you'll love it regardless. But
I mean, I know I'm not going to get Max Goof. He's just clearly not going to be in there. They're not going to include him.
But what if he was though?
But what if he was though? We're probably not getting Treasure Planet. We're probably not getting
I would be shocked if they ever had Treasure Planet, even on like a list of possibles.
I was gonna say that movie was such a flop for Disney.
I mean, I love that movie. Don't get me wrong. I thought Treasure Planet was great, but yeah, it was a huge flop for Disney.
I think it's Roy. Yeah, but it found like its fame and like love in VHS release and afterwards.
But
because it was still on the cusp of, do we release it on DVD or VHS? How about both? Remember for a while there, they were like releasing on VHS, and they were like, now it's on VHS and DVD. Now it's just DVD. Now it's DVD and Blu-ray. Now we don't really care.
Buy it on whatever you want. Blu-ray 3D, 4K.
Digital release.
They do not have a Blu-ray 3D 4K. Do they?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, not Blu-ray 3D 4K. There's Blu-ray 3D, and then there's 4K.
Side tangent, which is all this show is, but whatever.
Yeah.
Side tangent.
We fumble our way through some topics.
Why is it that people buy 3D TVs? Like, I don't understand.
For the bit.
I guess, but like, that's like
bit.
That's like how YouTube introduced like 8K resolution. And I remember, like, MatPat did one video that was, like, a 360 8K video. And I'm just like, but why, though? First of all, 8K is better resolution than, like, your eyes can see. So
4K is better resolution than our eyes can see.
Yeah, so what's the point of having 8K? Second of all, 360 is cool, but then you have to watch the video, like, 50 times to try to see everything there is to see in the video.
It's for VR headsets. It's
I know, but still. VR
headsets. And I get it.
Even that, like this is something I've said about VR before too, which is VR is a really cool concept, but until it comes down in price, like, who all can enjoy it?
But like you do have affordable VR. You just don't have like affordable VR gaming because you have like you can use like your phone to do VR.
Right, but that's mostly, you know, like videos and stuff. But
yeah, that's what the videos are for, though. Like, it's people who want to experience that. And
I guess that's
good
true.
for them. It's a bit of a fad right now. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
that's
But
2017, the year of VR attempts.
yeah. Well,
Guys, I got my VR
but
headset.
the other thing too.
Is that,
I got
is that a Google Cardboard?
It is. It's a Star Wars: The Force Awakens BB-8 Google Cardboard.
Okay, not just okay. I looked at Google
Yeah.
Cardboard. It was like $15, right? I was
Yeah,
just
it's like
like,
it's the box that you fold in a
yeah.
certain
I was
way that
like,
holds your phone.
it's cardboard though.
yeah,
You could take a box and make a Google
could.
Cardboard.
Yeah,
you could.
and this was free. I literally walked into Verizon and said, "Do you have them?" They're like, "Yeah, here you go. Have a nice day."
Were they
And I was
just
like,
giving them away? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Just like we can't.
They were just giving
Nobody
them away.
wants these. Take a Google Cardboard. Oh
Also,
my
it's
lord.
BB-8. Which
Yeah.
is
Also, it's BB-8, which you'd think that they would charge because BB-8, but no.
because Disney.
Um. Anyway, well, but getting back to the other thing, which is, I just don't understand 8K television because I'm just like, it's so unnecessary. And like, don't get me wrong, I've bought completely unnecessary things that make me happy, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like it's useless because it's like 8K is great just to say that you have it, but you can't even like enjoy it.
Wait, there it is.
Yeah, I think that's it though. Like people are just like, it's the newest, biggest thing. I gotta have it,
Yeah.
and that's why they do it because they know people will buy it. They know not
I
a lot
guess.
of people, but some.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even when I get like stuff that kind of seems like useless junk to other people, at least it's stuff that like
You mean something
Makes
like
me happy.
Too Many Pops?
Too
yes,
many pop.
too many pops.
Too many.
Yeah, but you
pops.
get your pop vinyls because that's all stuff that you really love, and you just want to like show off your love for it. All the crap that
Yeah.
I have is stuff that I've just like collected from places, like things that either people have given me or that I've bought while I'm here and there and everywhere, and just reminds me of like all the good times I had doing it.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
bought Shaq Fu.
Touching
Shaq.
moments.
That's
Shaq
why.
Fu.
That's why I totally
Shaq
just
Fu.
bought like a Nerf blaster inexplicably for $7 the other day while I was out actually buying legitimate things that I needed.
I have a Nerf
It's like, oh, it's
6-shooter.
$7. Put it in the car.
$7? Sure, I got $7.
Yeah.
I have a Nerf 6-shooter somewhere. I used to keep it in the trunk of my car because sometimes we would have Nerf gun wars in our dorm. And I had two
Oh, yeah.
6-shooters, and I would go out just like guns blazing, just like straight up like Laura Croft, like
It's
one
like you get
one
one
pointing
cool
down
shot.
each end of the hallway, just like.
How do I cock this back again now? Just like.
It was great. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me of another time. I was walking into rehearsal for the show As You Like It, and I walk in, and they were having another rehearsal before that because we were doing 2 shows in repertory, but I wasn't part of the other one. And they were just having an all-out Nerf gun war. Just, like, running around screaming, doing whatever. So there was just, like, a 6-shooter sitting on one of the chairs. I just pick it up, I aim it at the ceiling, and I shoot, and it hits the air duct, and this, like, deep resonating ring just, like, goes out around the theater, and everyone just stops, and I'm like... Jacques is here now. it was amazing.
Good. No, that's because like because I was shopping with my dad and I was getting stuff I legitimately needed like printer ink and like
Yeah.
other things. And so I just inexplicably put this in my cart, and he's like, "Why do you keep collecting Nerf guns?" I was like, "You never know when someone's gonna declare a Nerf war."
It's true.
I mean, you're right.
You can never be over
Right.
prepared for a Nerf war.
When you're
Yeah.
right, you're right. You never know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm totally expecting a Romeo and Juliet Nerf war, BT dubs.
I don't even think we have gotten around to.
We haven't
touched
touched
any of
a
the stories on the
single
list.
topic.
All right,
So let's talk about some of these topics.
Okay, so
Speaking
jumping
of
back.
Legend of Zelda from earlier.
Yeah, I was
Let's
gonna say
start-
jumping
let's-
back to
I'll
Legend of
start with a
Zelda.
disclaimer. It's been a pretty light week. for
Yeah.
A lot of pop culture.
It's
news.
true.
Yeah.
But that's fine because we have
It's also
clearly
the
just
beginning
proven
of
that
the
we're
year.
great at side tangents. So it's
Exactly.
fine.
We can tangent our way through this.
We
We
can
really can.
tangent with the best of them.
Oh, by the way, I don't think I did this at the beginning. Hey guys, I said welcome to the Pop Culture Podcast, but these are my hosts, Joe
We didn't even tell who we were.
from
They know.
Joe alone, and Noah, and Scritches the Pop Cultured Kitten. Scritches for the kitten.
Scritches for the kitten.
And I'm, of course, your host, Janky Shenanigans. Anyway, Nintendo Switch, right?
How about
So-
that Nintendo Switch?
It released
Fun.
last year. Super duper popular. A lot of people weren't sure it was going to be because Nintendo has a lot of haters out there.
It do.
Both times.
It do, especially after the Wii U. Everyone was super duper skeptical about
I
whether
liked
or
the
not this
Wii
would
U.
be.
I don't care what anyone says. I liked
I
it.
mean,
I never
people
got
liked
one.
it. It just didn't have
but
a
I
lot of
liked
like
it.
good software for it. That was the problem.
Smash 4.
Okay,
Here's the
let
thing
me
about
let
the
me
Wii U.
repeat.
No, you know-
Third-party
real quick.
software. There wasn't good third-party.
Yeah, that's fair. All the good Wii U games are just being re-released on Switch now, so that's
Yeah.
the best thing.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's
Mario
just Mario
Kart
Kart
Deluxe,
8 with
Pokemon
the
Tournament
with the
DX.
DLC.
We just need Smash. They just gotta add Smash. Just give us Smash 4.
Don't give us like a
Smash.
new Smash though.
I don't want a new Smash. I just want the same one on Switch with all the DLC. That's all I want. I'll take it. Maybe add a few new characters and some new stages. I don't care. But you don't need to make a new Smash. The last one was perfect.
Nintendo let us smash.
No, stop. Anyway, um,
No, Ron.
You
Well-
want blue? You want yellow?
in
You
spite
were too prepared for that.
in spite of market predictions, Nintendo has severely outdone themselves on sales for the Switch. They've sold.
Wait, real quick. Also, oh, sorry, we weren't there to that part yet. Never mind. I have a comment before we get to the actual story here.
They sold 10 million Switches worldwide in 10 months, which is pretty impressive. And they are currently
And-
on track.
Here's the comment. Here's the comment I'm just gonna naturally put it in there so that no one realized I totally interrupted the flow
Mm.
to
Mhm.
place this comment. Yeah.
Yes.
This
Totally
is
natural.
This is Nintendo being Babe Ruth, and they're calling their shot right now. They're pointing to the outfield, where that ball's gonna go.
It really is.
I bet they hit it. I bet they hit it.
They expect to sell 20 million more Switches in 2018.
I'll probably be one of them at some point. I don't know what game I want for the
He's gonna
Switch, but I'll
join.
probably get one.
One
Yeah.
of
Well,
us.
I'm not surprised
Probably
because
Mario Kart. Mario Kart's pretty fun. I played on New Year's. It was pretty good.
I mean, if you look at like the PlayStation 4, for example, and that in its lifetime, it has sold, I want to say 70 million to date, 70 million units. I bet Switch could do it
Oh,
because
yeah.
I mean, the Switch is just—it's so good. It's so portable and wonderful, and I love it.
PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4.
I've
I
just
have-
got all the controllers here.
I have
Talk
no
about
controller
Xbox
to
One?
show off.
We
Got all
want to
Xbox
talk
One?
about Xbox? A little Xbox?
No one of those. You don't even have an Xbox. You just have a controller because the best controller in the business.
Is
And
true
it feels wrong.
That it's
because you've been
it's
playing
so right.
PlayStation.
It feels so
for
good, it
years.
feels so wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Feels wrong. But it
Even,
feels so
even
good.
my parents, who were also PlayStation people, I gave them the Xbox controller, and I'm like, okay, am I crazy? And I
Or is
gave them
this
the controller.
the perfect controller.
Well, first of all, I prefaced the conversation by saying, I have to apologize. I've brought shame into the household, and they're like, "Did you buy?" And I'm like, "No, it's not what you're thinking." And then I pulled out the Xbox controller, and my dad was like, "Get out." In a very joking tone, but I had them hold the controller there. Even they agreed that it's not right.
It's the most ergonomic controller of the bunch.
But the most
I
fun
hate to
controller,
admit it, it
2
is.
tiny little Joy-Cons in each hand. Just do whatever you
I
feel.
will say,
I don't even use like
as
the
weird, as
Yeah.
weird and unnatural as it looks, like it doesn't look like it would be comfortable. It's surprisingly comfortable.
It is,
People
but I
say that
never
this
use
isn't
it.
comfortable, but I think that this is pretty comfortable. I can bear claw easier with this than I can with that.
That's way better. This is way better for my hands go off screen every time they come up controller.
Every time. PlayStation 3.
It's like this is way better.
Xbox.
This is way better than the PS3 controller. The PS3 controller was butt.
You take that back.
It was though.
It was the next iteration from the original
But
PlayStation
they've
controller.
that's the thing. The problem with those was the shape. They were all such a bad, unnatural shape, not meant for human hands. And PS4 was a step in the direction of fixing that.
But this is so natural.
Only because you're used to it. Only because
I'm
you're used to it. If
Only
you weren't used to
because
it,
I was PlayStation all the way, baby.
it's the weirdest
Yeah, that's
one.
true. I got really used to playing PlayStation controllers.
So
But
did I. So did I.
the thing is, going back to your thing, Joe. Yes, I really do like the Switch controller that you can like plug them into. I never use it though because I just like having a controller in each hand that I can just like move my hands however I feel like while I'm playing the game.
But do you use the wrist straps?
I do.
I like the wrist straps.
I wasn't at first. I don't actually put them on my wrists, first of all.
Yeah.
but
No, but it just makes the controller a bit bigger and fit your hand better.
yeah, because like I played with it both ways, and I actually liked it without for a while. But then I put them on, and I was just like, I got used to it, and I just think it.
Joy-Con. Very small.
Yeah,
But pretty comfortable. Like, even without.
they
It's
are,
still pretty comfortable.
and
And even if you're forced to, like, you do this for a game, it's not that bad.
yeah, like for 2-player Mario Kart on the same Switch.
Yeah, or 4-player Mario Kart on the same Switch. When you
Yeah, when everyone has the teeny little controllers.
yeah,
But,
you have those 4
Yep.
Joy-Cons, though.
I kind of wonder though. Actually, now that I think about it, I kind of wonder if the Joy-Con, whenever you're using it that way in like a 2-player game, if it's supposed to remind you of like the NES controller, because the NES controller was very like that. It was very much just like a brick. I don't think it was like that small, but it just had like the 4 buttons.
No, it was
and-
not that small.
No, it was,
It had the
if
4
anything, it was
buttons and the
about this
D-pad.
big.
No, it
Yes.
had 2 buttons
But you
and a
have it.
D-pad. I'm wearing
Which
a
one had
very
4
appropriate
buttons?
shirt.
Oh, was that the SNES? Did the SNES have
SNES.
4 buttons?
Yeah, SNES had 4 buttons, and it also had that slightly more rounded shape, so you didn't
Yeah.
like cut your hands on it.
If you're cutting your hands
Good
on
times.
Sharp
Oh.
edges. Square is not an ergonomic shape.
It's
we
hip
can
to
agree
be a
square is
square.
not a good shape.
That's true. That's why all of our frames on the Pop Culture podcast are rounded at the edges.
Oh,
No one's trying to hold our frames, though.
That's true.
Because you can't touch
hold
this. Do do do
hold
do.
our
Wah, wah,
frames.
wah, wah, ooh, can't touch this. Do 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 do. Wah, wah, ooh, wah, wah, ooh, can't touch this.
Anyway,
Do, do,
Nintendo's
do.
gonna sell 20 million Switches.
Yes.
20 million more.
Good call.
20 million more.
Yeah, 20 million
than what
more.
they've
20 million
already
in
sold.
2018.
Yeah.
Not a total.
So, nope, I don't want
Yeah.
to do that on my own podcast, but get out of here, haters. Don't hate on Nintendo. What else do we got? Monster
next
Hunter
PC
World.
It's coming to PC, but it also isn't out at all yet. But
Yeah,
I
but
guess it's
they
kind
have
of
the
it's the first
beta.
Monster Hunter to be on PC though, so that is kind of a big
Soon, TM.
soon.
I do have a couple friends who were in the who did the beta for Monster Hunter.
Oh, really?
I've never really like played any game like that. I
I've never.
was looking at a game for a while called Dauntless. Do you guys remember that? Or did you hear about it?
No.
Dauntless. That was the like third-person action MOBA, wasn't it?
I
I have no idea.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game then. I was thinking there was one. It's kind of like what Monster Hunter World is. It's like the premise was that the world fell apart. No, it is Dauntless.
no, you're right.
Battle
You're right, it is
ferocious
Dauntless.
behemoths, craft powerful weapons across the shattered
yeah.
isles. Yeah, don't question me. Don't question me on my knowledge of video games and what they're doing.
Don't question Jank. Don't question Jank.
But no, it was very much the same premise, and I think it actually got announced before Monster Hunter World did, and I don't know that it's actually released yet. I think they're still working on it, but the premise was essentially the same in that it's like you go out in groups to battle these behemoths, which I don't know. Like in Monster Hunter, do you typically work as a team, or is that like a solo takedown thing?
They're both. You have like the single-player solo stuff, and then you can also play with other people.
Got you. Okay. Because the way that Dauntless is set up is it's like you have to have a team in order to take the behemoths down, and each behemoth is like associated with an element, and it's interesting. It's an interesting premise, and I think they actually invited me to the beta, and then I never downloaded it because I'm a terrible person. But I think it. I think those. The point I'm trying to make is I think those kind of games are interesting. I've just never really like played a lot of those kinds of games.
Oh, I was thinking of Paragon.
Ah, yes, Paragon.
That was the game I was thinking of.
And actually, because you bring it up, that actually reminds me of something else that I saw. Do you know Paladins? Do you guys remember Paladins?
Yeah, the like looks a lot like Overwatch, plays a lot like Overwatch, but Watch.
Is pretty much basically Overwatch.
Even though it was
Well, it's
out
not, though.
before Overwatch.
Yeah, but a lot of their characters are very much.
Yeah, a lot of their characters are very similar, but they were out before
They're like
Overwatch
a week
was.
before Overwatch.
Yeah, but they were in early access before that too. Anyway, the point is, arguments aside, they are adding a battle royale mode.
To Paladins?
Of course they are.
Yes, where you have Paladin champion teams and you get dropped on an island of 100 people and you battle it to the death with the Paladin champions.
I'd try it.
course.
It seems interesting.
It
but-
does. It's, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things like with what Fortnite did where they were just kind of hopping on the train. Although Fortnite has been pretty successful in doing it
I was
because
gonna
they
say,
have...
Fortnite's done well though, probably because they released it for free.
That's true, but also, well, yeah, that's definitely part of it. Don't get me wrong, but also, I think it does well because there are a lot of elements of Fortnite in it. It's like, yes, it is PUBG essentially, but also it's like cartoony like Fortnite, and you can build
And
things
you
like
build
ramps
stuff.
and traps
Yeah.
and houses
not
and
just
cover and
PUBG.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything's destructible, and the weapons are like ridiculous. And there's a place called the Flush Factory. It's just like a place where they make toilet. Like it. Honestly, whenever people ask me like, what is Fortnite Battle Royale about? I'm just like, picture PUBG, but with like Sunset Overdrive vibes, and everything's destructible, and that's basically
Sold me.
Fortnite.
It's just mentioning Sunset Overdrive, I'm sold. I love that game.
Sunset City's crumbling.
I want Sunset Overdrive too.
Oh
Come
my
on,
God, that'd be
Insomniac,
amazing.
Make it, and put it on
Insomniac.
things that aren't PlayStation or that aren't just Xbox One.
Insomniac, hear me out. I am not.
Wait, they
I-
are. It's called Spider-Man.
Shh. I am not as about Sunset Overdrive 2 as Joe is. It would be amazing because that game is hilarious and hipster and delightful. What I want is for you to make a physical copy of High Fidelity and send it to me. Just a gun that shoots LP
Just
records.
The high fidelity gun. that you can-
Yes. That I could just like picture one of those Nerf disc guns, but with like giant foam high fidelity
Someone say
records.
Nerf?
That's what I want. I want that gun. just so I can like hang it on a wall. Too hipster. That'd be the perfect
Too many
thing.
hips, too much hips.
Perfect thing for the hipster gamer. The high fidelity gun just hanging in the background.
Yes.
Oh my god. Good stuff.
Insomniac, make it, please.
Do it.
Which actually reminds
Do
me,
it.
I recently, during the winter sale, I got Song of the Deep, which, for anyone who doesn't know, is what this is actually about. This hat is from the game Song of the Deep.
Oh, you mean it's not Splatoon?
No. No,
I
it's Song
actually
of the
thought
Deep.
it was like the Discord mask thing.
No. It's just Song of the Deep, which actually I haven't played a lot of yet, because I was thinking about doing it for a stream, but yeah.
Hey
I
guys,
just brought it up
you know
because
what?
it's Insomniac. Good games.
You know it starts
Spider-Man, good game.
Wednesday.
What starts Wednesday, Joe?
Wait, hold on, Joe. Before you get into that, there is one other thing I want to point out. Callbacks. Spyro the Dragon also celebrating an anniversary this year.
But do
is
you think
celebrating
that
its
they'll
20th
actually do
anniversary.
like an HD remaster?
No, they
Oh,
probably
no.
will not. That'd be amazing if they did. I would be super into it, but I don't feel like that's a
If
thing
they
that they
did,
would do.
I would totally cancel my Let's Play plans because I
Just do that.
and do the
Screw.
HD remaster.
Everything else,
So
HD
guys.
remaster, Spyro the Dragon. I would be in to help you with that. I would be so in
Yeah.
because that game was my game. That Ripto's Rage, Year of
'Cause-
the Dragon, those were my games. I love those.
Because shameless plug, last year I did the first Spyro the Dragon because I
Yes.
thought, with the massive success of the Crash Bandicoot one, they're totally gonna do Spyro, but
They will.
they're not. They won't
They
because
will.
the
Eventually,
company that
yeah.
produced the Crash remake also produced Skylanders, which killed Spyro in the first place.
Yeah, but that just means they'll make a new Spyro.
Yeah.
But they won't though.
I actually really liked A New Beginning. Like the one with
Here's the
Elijah
one,
Wood and
Skylanders-
Gary Oldman
Skylanders
and
isn't- Skylanders isn't even Spyro anymore. It's its own thing.
yeah, like
But it's
Spyro is
also
a
got
minor
Crash.
character in the Skylanders
It's its
universe.
own thing. And the skeletons, part of
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, wait, hold on. Did you
Skylanders
guys
is its own thing, and Spyro's just part of it.
part of it.
did you
And
guys
Spyro and Crash, part of it.
did either of you watch the
No.
David Pumpkins Halloween special? Oh my
No,
god,
I need
it
to.
was
I
it
need
was
to.
the best worst thing ever. The fact that they actually got Tom Hanks to do it. Like
To reprise the role of David S. Pumpkin.
there were two songs. One of them was supposed to explain David Pumpkins and explained nothing. He's like, as you may have
Good.
heard, some things occurred, and now I'm David Pumpkins. My mom was my mom, and my dad was my dad. And it was just like, oh my god, it was the best thing ever.
They pretty much cat in the hatted him.
Good.
At the end, they were just like, we need to get back to the pumpkin patch by 10:20. Why? That seems like such an arbitrary time. It just is, man.
It just is, man.
Oh my god, it was the best, worst
You know when
thing
they
ever.
pitched that? You know when they pitched the original skit to him? He's like, "This is a terrible idea. This is,
Yeah, no, he was just
He
like,
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to do it at first.
I'm not gonna do this." He's like, "No, just do it. Just do it." It became like the most popular skit in SNL history.
well, because he was just like, you know who's hosting next week? Chris Hemsworth. I'm sure he would make a great David S. Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Bobby Moynihan was the one behind that too. He was working with the writers.
Bobby Moynihan.
And he was just like, they were just talking about like, what if there was just like this
Yeah.
terrible Halloween figure like there is like Santa
Yeah.
for Christmas and the Easter Bunny just like somewhat for Halloween.
Yeah,
And
what if his name was David Pumpkins?
well, one of the writers was like, what if his name was David Pumpkins? And Bobby was like, what if his name was David S. Pumpkins?
S.
And he's like,
Pumpkins.
that's the story.
Yep. Yep.
David
Delightful.
F. Pumpkin.
So how many of
Anyway.
these floors are David S. Pumpkins? 89.
And I-
You
Why
guys
did
really
you go
went
so
all
long?
in on David Pumpkins.
It's 100 Floors of Fright. They're not all going to be winners.
Not all gonna be winners.
I feel bad.
Oh.
Literally,
I'm crazy for David Pumpkin.
Pumpkins.
I feel bad because literally everyone left during that discussion.
Oh no.
Oh, it's fine.
Anyway,
It's okay.
what were we talking about? What were we actually talking about?
Next Wednesday,
Yes.
Next
something
Wednesday,
amazing starts.
the start of
League.
something new.
The Overwatch League starts next Wednesday,
Sweetness.
January 10th.
But you know what starts next Thursday?
Don't care yet. I'm still talking about Overwatch League. We'll get there, Noah. Stop trying to rush me out of the thing I want to talk about.
No, I know. I was doing it for the bit. Anyways,
I know.
Overwatch League, people.
Guys, I'm so hyped.
Soul.
Game 1,
Soul's
Game
totally
1.
gonna win everything.
probably.
And London, which is Soul Mark II.
And New York, which is Soul Mark 3.
Three.
Like, it's literally, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Those three teams. Anyway, well, as I was saying, the first game is next Wednesday, January 10th. Also, like, the first stage is just 3 days in a row. It's just Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Or is it 4 days? Might be 4. I think it's 4.
Who's
4
first
days.
game?
Wednesday, January 10th, the San Francisco Shock and the LA Valiant. They played in the preseason. The Valiant won 3-2 then. It was really close. I did watch that game. San Francisco could have had it. I'm going to be rooting for them in the rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then at 9 o'clock, we have the Shanghai Dragons playing the LA Gladiators. Shanghai is probably the weakest team in the league, I hate to say. But they're committed to using all Chinese players, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
They're just...
As opposed to
There's
New
some
York,
better
who's
Chinese-
just like, we're going to buy a South Korean team.
Yeah. But, no.
And London, who did the same thing.
But yeah, Shanghai just, like, they need to get some of the other Chinese players who are maybe better
Yeah.
than the ones
Yeah.
they have. Because
They're
I
out
think
there,
they,
they
I think they
exist.
did also just, like, buy a team. And they're like, there are some better players you could probably insert into that team
Yeah.
to make a better team.
Yeah.
So I hope Shanghai gets their act together and is good.
How's
Then there's the
Boston
LA
looking?
Boston, I missed all
Boston.
of Boston's games in the preseason and never got back to watching them. They didn't do so hot, though, if I remember right. Yeah, they lost to New
Sadness.
York 3-1, and then they beat Shanghai 3-2.
Cool.
But I saw a thing saying they might be one of the most underrated teams. Like, they might actually be better, and we might get to see. Because, again, preseason's a lot
Boston?
to judge. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might see them be better. I like them because they're a team that was pieced together from different parts. They've
Yeah.
got players from all around the world, and it's like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I love it. And they've got like,
Boston.
some pretty good. You got some good
Boston.
teams,
Hey.
too.
Hey.
So have they put
Boston.
the team skins in Overwatch yet? Like, so
Not
you
yet.
could root for your
The
team in the
current-
game?
The current splash screen is showing off the skins, though. Like, the current splash screen in Overwatch is for Overwatch League starting next week. I assume they'll put the skins in soon.
So do you think that those skins
Now-
will be like skins that you can get from like loot boxes in the game, or do
I
you
don't
think they're
think so.
skins that they're just like?
I think they're going to be separate, and you're going to have to buy them.
Yeah.
But that makes sense,
But
though. I think that
but I
makes
think
sense.
The money, yeah, absolutely. Because I feel like most players, I don't want to say most players, a lot of players are gonna be like, I don't really care about Overwatch League. I kind of just want to play. I don't
Yeah.
really like any of the skins. I don't want them clogging up my loot boxes.
Yeah. Well, plus, I assume what you were probably going to say there is that proceeds from skin sales would then go to the teams.
I think so. I
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
that for a fact. I think I heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
Whether it's true or not, who knows? Then we got the last game on Wednesday is the Dallas Fuel playing Seoul, and I'm looking forward to that because Seoul, while they're probably the best team in the league,
Because
um,
of course.
because of course. I mean, they've got a lot of the best players too. They have the best Ana in the world
Hmm.
Yeah.
in Jaehong. Even though Ana is like off meta right now, he'll still bust her out and just be great.
Well,
they're
those
against
are the
Dallas
people,
Fuel.
though. Those are the people that change the meta. The people who are willing
Exactly.
to go against it.
Yeah, but they're up against the Dallas Fuel, who, speaking of changing the meta, they break every rule known to man in the meta. They ran in the preseason. They ran a comp that used Lucio and Moira as their two supports. They didn't have a Mercy. They didn't have a Zenyatta, which every other team.
Moira!
But they had this swarm comp where they just get in close, deal the damage they needed to, and get out. Their biggest problem was they didn't have answers for like Pharahs or Widowmakers. They didn't
Yeah.
have those like long range answers.
Well, yeah,
But-
I think the thing is, like, especially because of the way that it's set up now, that everyone wants to have a Mercy and a Zenyatta on the team. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
first of all, I don't think
I mean,
that
they're just-
other
they're just the
characters get the
best.
chance to. Yeah, but like Moira has some really good characteristics too. Not just because
Yeah,
she's
Moira's
my
good.
favorite, but
But the reason you choose a Zenyatta over a Moira is he can heal those targets places without having to endanger himself.
That's true.
But if you're building your
enough.
comp around swarming them, Moira's better because you're not leaving a Zenyatta sitting in the back undefended.
right,
Mhm.
right.
So like Moira definitely has her place in the meta and she's definitely going to be used, but she's not like a must pick like Mercy Zenyatta
Yeah,
right now.
it's just
Like
one
you'll
of those
occasionally
things, like,
switch off. You'll usually switch off a Zenyatta for someone else if you need that role, like a Lucio. If you are having a lot of deaths, you need to get people back to the point quickly. Instead of your
Mhm.
Lucio taxi.
it's just one of those things, like, and I'm pretty sure we've had this conversation before, where I think it's just like, I just think that metas kind of suck in general, because then it like tends to lock people into playing certain characters rather than
Yeah.
actually trying to like explore
But
the
there's
different
also-
characters.
But there's a reason for it. It's because these characters are actually better right now at doing this job. It's not just arbitrary, like, oh, you need a Mercy and a Zenyatta because does. It's
Right.
based on where the balance of everyone is. So, like, right now, dive tanks are the meta because Winston and D.Va are just too good right now to really use Reinhardt and everyone else in any given game.
Yeah.
And because you have those tanks, you want healers who can support them, which Zenyatta can by being far away, throwing orbs at them.
Yeah.
And Mercy can because she can get out pretty easily.
But like, so what are you saying is the solution then? Like they should nerf the tanks?
Well, the meta is always evolving because of these balance changes. As people get balanced different ways, the meta will evolve with it. There's no solution. It's never going to be like everyone is viable all the time. But the meta will change. Ana will be better. Ana got nerfed, I think, pretty hard.
Tiny bit.
But she's not really usable because of.
Although
The
I went
role-
toe to toe with a Reinhardt the other day, or
Yeah, but
no,
that
toe-to-toe
doesn't.
with a
It's a
Roadhog.
Roadhog. But that's also not what you do as Ana. You're not supposed to be going.
That's true, but I could. I did.
I
And
think
that's all that matters.
We were in Mystery Heroes.
We
it's
were in
one of those
Mystery
things. Okay, fair enough then.
It was hilarious.
But I think it's one of those things like that's why I really enjoy watching people who play fighting games because they'll like they just have
Oh, yeah,
to
that's
learn the matchup for every
totally-
character.
Exactly.
Like
It's just
like
that's what
they
people
can
need.
have like they'll have a favorite, you know, that they play, but then they have to learn the matchup for every other character with that character. And so they really get to know all of the characters really well.
Yeah. And that's something that Overwatch has. Like, yeah, you need to know what other characters they count. But and again, like in the level of play we're at, who cares? We're all
Yeah.
like bronze, silver rank. Check me out.
Yeah,
Anyway,
silver
but yeah.
rank.
We're all
Too many
we're,
pops,
we're
check
all
me
so
out.
low. It doesn't matter what we do, really. We shouldn't
Yeah.
be trying to emulate the pros. They're playing on they're playing a different game than us.
Monkey
really.
no bubble. Monkey
Although-
no bubble.
Monkey no bubble. Monkey no bubble.
Although every
Favorite show,
time
man.
we every time it seems like whenever we go into competitive play, there's like a team of like 5-star generals on the other side.
It feels that
Yes.
way a lot of
It's
times.
just like we're 1-star and 2-star. How do we end up
It's like,
against
yeah,
these 5-star people?
they're so vastly higher level than us.
Yeah, because those are totally balanced matchups like that.
Well, it's because we go in as a group, right? And they're also a group,
Yeah,
and I don't think it really.
up against another group of 5,
Yeah,
and the only other groups of 5 they're finding are these like 5 level 500 some players.
so basically,
Yeah.
we should never play with each other until we reach level
4 is the
500.
magic number. 4 is the magic number, guys. 2/3 of the team. That's the magic number.
Fair enough. Anyway,
But yeah, no, I'm looking. Well, real quick, sorry, just to wrap this up on Overwatch League, I'm looking forward to Dallas playing Seoul because I don't think Seoul will be ready for whatever Dallas has.
Dallas.
Because another quick example of playing totally off meta on Oasis, which is like standard, you want your pharmacy, you want Pharah and Mercy dominating the skies. I was like, no, we're gonna counter that, but with the classic, Orisa and Roadhog sit in the corner of the point. Because Pharah can't do enough damage to kill Orisa or Roadhog or Orisa's barrier even on her own, and then you just let the DPS take care of it because you're just going to contest that point forever because you're Orisa and Roadhog sitting in a corner.
perfect.
So it was so funny. So funny. And they did it. That's how they won Oasis over Houston in the preseason. Sorry. I think no, they played Florida in Houston. And Florida is also not so great because they only have 6 players, which means no subs.
Ooh.
Yeah. But that means they can pick up people during the season, unlike those teams with full rosters.
Yeah,
that
that's
you
true.
can't. Like London, they're stuck with the 12 they got.
Mm-hmm.
Florida, LA, they can pick people up throughout the season. Like, oh, that's a really good player. We should add them to our roster. Let's
Yeah.
get them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Wednesday, January 10th.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, January 10th is day 2 of Overwatch. Or January 11th is day 2 of Overwatch League. But I probably won't be watching it because I'll be watching the start
Critical
of
Role.
Campaign 2 of Critical Role starts. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I love that show. Love that show.
It's so good. So,
You should watch it.
is Matt Mercer still the DM then for the second campaign, or did they change it up?
Oh yeah. Nope. Matt Mercer's still.
Well, I know
there.
for the one shots sometimes like he's
Yeah,
the player
yeah,
and
they'll do
other
that for
people
one
are.
Yeah. They'll do it for one shots, but it's ultimately he's the DM.
So is he starting like a whole new lore system, like a whole new world?
Same world, set 20 years after the events of the first campaign.
Gotcha.
New, different part of the world, different continent.
Got you. Okay.
One they visited only briefly in the first campaign.
So, do you think there'll be any tie-ins to the heroes they played in the first campaign, like in passing, probably, maybe?
There'll be reference for sure, because they're like heroes who saved the world.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're in this different part of the world where those events didn't happen. Like, none of it went down there. It kind of, sort of affected things, but at the same time, it's sort of this different government. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I think they'll definitely be referenced. I don't think we'll be like, this is the son of this character from the first campaign.
Yeah,
there won't be any tie-ins that close. But I think we'll definitely see.
Well, yes, I am the nephew of Driz.
No.
But
yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, no, new Critical Role.
Excited for the start of a new campaign.
And if you haven't ever played D&D, you should. It's a blast.
Yes.
You get to burn people's faces off. If you're the correct race and class, you can burn people's faces off.
And you roll well enough.
And if you roll well enough.
And
if
can
you're
follow
quick to
the
anger.
moose to freedom.
Follow the freedom moose.
Follow the freedom moose.
Follow the moose to freedom.
But yeah, no, and if you don't know like what D&D is,
It's
and
the
you just
moose
wanna...
of freedom. Sorry.
Can I finish my thought? No?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry.
If you don't know what it is and you want to see like the highest possible form of it, watch Critical Role. It's more than just D&D. I mean, it isn't, but it is, because these are all like professional actors playing, so they're like extra good.
Yeah, they're like
At
super into the role play. It's real nice.
Yeah, they're like, it's like next level stuff. Just don't watch that and then expect your game to be anything like it, because it won't. Everyone has their own experience, and that's what's beautiful about the game.
Yeah.
All right, what's our next topic?
Next
the
up
moose
is the
to
Steam
freedom.
Awards.
Steam!
Which were just taken off the Steam client, so you can't
Yes.
look at them there anymore. You have to
Great.
You can't
Google it
look at
somewhere
them
else.
there. You can't look at them there.
Yeah, really.
Anyways,
Just
so-
Google it. You'll find the winners easy enough.
surprise, surprise for some of them.
I wasn't
I'm
that surprised by
surprised
any of them, really.
I'm surprised the write-in
Go
one
down
for
the line.
Battlefront
We're going
2
down the line.
didn't
We're going down the
get
line.
there,
Oh,
but-
the category
yeah,
best. What was what even was the category?
it was something about remake or
I know
disappointing
it was like
remake.
the better than the remake award.
Or yeah, better
Star
than the
Wars
remake.
Battlefront 2.
Yep.
What
Mhm.
was that? Did that end up just being best soundtrack, or was best soundtrack always?
I don't remember.
I think best soundtrack ended up being the write-in award.
Maybe.
Yeah, because everything else I remember voting. I didn't vote for best soundtrack.
But we'll go down
Anyway,
the list.
going down
Choices
the list.
Matter
Choices matter.
went to
Can we see the nominees? Is there
Witcher,
another one?
Wild Hunt 3. Or
Witcher
Witcher
3,
3, Wild Hunt.
Wild Hunt.
Words.
There you go.
Yeah. The Witcher
Uh,
3! Janky, your thoughts?
On The Witcher 3? I still haven't
Yeah.
finished The Witcher 1, man.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well-
Well, you guys talk, because I need to do something real quick here.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So The Witcher 3 was.
I don't know the Witcher franchise real well, but I guess, it's a good Choices Matter award. I mean,
Your choices do
I-
matter.
I
I know a
know-
lot of the choices you make in side quests will affect the main story down the line, and that's really cool.
yeah. I know Life is Strange was definitely up for this award, but it's
But
I
your
think a
choices
lot of
don't
people-
matter. That's the thing
Well,
about
yeah.
Life is Strange. Your choices don't matter. It always ends the same. Well, okay, no. All of your choices don't matter up to a point, and then it's like, okay, pick one of two.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last choice actually matters, but the rest of
Every
them actually
choice
don't.
leading up to it doesn't.
Yeah.
Then there
Well, I
was the-
mean,
But I mean, to be fair, that's like really the way all choices matter video games are going, because developers aren't
Yeah.
actually going to create like multiple endings.
Well, they will, but they won't like facilitate every possible possibility.
You know what actually I think is a really good choices
never
matter
lose.
video game? Undertale.
Undertale was good. I think it won a similar award last year. if
yeah,
not the same
something
award.
like that.
Because even like obviously you have the three main endings, which is the neutral, the pacifist, or the genocide. But also, depending on like who you talk to and what you do during the game, there are little things that will change about the ending, like what they
Yeah.
tell you at the end during the last phone call with Alphys. So it's I think that one actually like you actually feel like what you do matters in the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, it won a, if not the same award, a similar award last year.
Anyway, so but Witcher
next?
3 won. Hold on,
For
I'm
choices
sorry.
matter.
Now I'm back and we can talk about this.
Choices
That's-
matter. Witcher 3.
Like I get it because yes, your choices do end up mattering to like how exactly the game ends. But also I feel like most of that game is like you do the side quests or you don't do the side quests. And that's kind
Yeah,
of
but
like,
like doing the side quests affects the main story, and like that's the cool
Right.
thing about it. Most games don't do. Most games are like, oh, it's a side quest. Okay, cool. You did the side quest. Now go do the main quest.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So
That's
I
fair.
mean, I'm not saying it's like a leap, but I think it's at least a step toward choices matter. At least, I wish we could see who the nominees were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the Mom's Spaghetti Award.
Yeah, which
I
was
have
basically
no idea what
it
that
was
award.
basically like their Game of the Year award. It was like, what is the game that just like emotionally affects you? What's the game that's just like it's so good, it's like the best thing ever?
I probably
And
wouldn't have
it-
given that to PUBG.
Of course, PUBG won.
Yeah, PUBG got the Mom's Spaghetti, knees weak, arms heavy.
Yeah,
That's
Lloyd
like
Nelson's trousers.
it's Mom's
That's
Spaghetti.
like-
Spaghetti.
winning the popular vote, but no one really likes the person who won the popular vote.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
like
I think a
that's
lot
like
of people
when
really love PUBG, and
That's
I like
like-
PUBG. I'm just kind of sick of it.
that's like when the jock and the mean girl get prom king and queen, and you're like, yeah, of course that happened, but
Of course, they were gonna win.
yeah, because I mean the only emotion that I feel playing PUBG is frustration.
Frustration. Yeah.
But hey,
The Labor of Love Award went to Warframe, and the Labor of Love Award was for an old game that had gotten like updates throughout the year and was like, you can
Oh.
tell the developers care. And I feel like Warframe was like the perfect one for that. I voted for Warframe
yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
because it was better than the other choices. I
Warframe.
don't remember what the other. I think GTA Online might have been one of them. Rocket League, maybe.
Something like that.
I don't
yeah.
remember. I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna give it to. Because I hear nothing but like love from the community still playing that game. I'm just like, it's really good, guys.
yeah.
It's only gotten better.
Yeah, I never really
Suspension-
played any of the Warframe game. What is there more than one Warframe game? Or am I thinking of
No,
something?
there's just one.
Oh, I'm
just
thinking
one game.
Warhammer. Sorry.
You think of Warhammer. Totally different. This is the one that at the Game Awards they kept having like the user made trailers, and I'm just like, what is it about though? You're robot ninjas.
Basically, yes.
Yeah,
My
but-
Halloween
Essentially-
costume, Cyborg Ninja.
Ninja. Yeah,
Essentially,
it's
you're
Genji
cyborg
Simulator.
ninjas,
It's Genji the video game.
Genji the video game.
basically.
Yep.
Genji the video game.
And the next one up was Suspension of Disbelief, which went to Rocket League, which was like, okay, I get it, but
What exactly
there were
was the
some other
point?
games.
What was the point of suspension of disbelief? Was it just
It
like
was a game that was like, it's such a crazy game, but you're also able to just like, it makes so much sense in the moment. Just
Yeah.
like Suspension of Disbelief.
Okay.
And like, I get it if it works for Rocket League, but Saints Row 4 was on that list.
yeah, Saints Row 4, which
I-
is just
I
like
beg to
ridiculous.
differ.
The game.
I love that game.
President Terry Crews, or not, was it Terry
No,
Crews?
Vice President Keith David,
Vice President Keith David,
because you're the
But-
president.
because you're the president.
Yeah, Keith David's your VP.
What video game had
Perfect.
like Terry Crews all over? Oh, everybody
Uh,
wanted Doomfist to be.
Everyone wanted Terry Crews
Yeah.
to be Doomfist.
Terry Crews to be Doomfist. That's right. I knew Terry Crews was tied to some game in a weird way. But anyways,
Up
the
next.
world is grim enough. Let's all just get along. Stardew Valley.
That makes sense. This
Yeah.
was a game that was like there was no fighting. It was just like a chill game that you
I
can
thought
just
there were
enjoy.
monsters in Stardew Valley though.
There's monsters, but you don't have to do it. You don't have to kill them. It's like that's an optional thing. At the end of the day, it's a game about farming.
I can't remember what else was in this category. I feel like I didn't pick Stardew Valley though.
There were other games. I don't remember. There was City Skylines was one of them.
Yeah.
I don't remember because I can't find the list of the nominees. If I just
I
The,
I still love
2018 nominees.
I still love one of the awards from last year was oh god, what was it? Villain most in need of a hug, and I think I put the Wraith from Dead by Daylight.
Well, it was just you just nominated the game and you said Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Which I think actually even made the final, and you
I think it
voted
did.
for there too.
Yeah.
the No Apologies Award. So what was the premise of this one?
Well, I guess it would have been the 2017 Steam Awards.
Yeah.
The 2018. Never mind. All right.
So what was the premise of No Apologies?
Okay. I'm getting an ad for The 4 Battle for Stardom
Good.
tonight on Fox.
Great.
So the No
Awesome.
Apologies. I assume it's kind of like this is our Dark Souls award, but we're not going to call
Real
it
quick,
that
real quick.
because that's an internet
Real
meme.
quick, let me just say the other games that were in suspension of disbelief that should have beat Rocket League.
Okay.
Saints Row 4,
Yeah.
Goat Simulator,
Yes.
Yeah.
South Park: The Fractured But Whole,
Oh my god, that one should have won
Okay.
hands down.
and Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus.
Here's what makes me laugh the most about Star Trek: The Fractured Butthole, which is you're never quite sure
South
if
Park?
it's just South Park, yes, but you're never sure if like what's happening in the game is just like nonsense that the kids are making
Make-believe,
up,
or if it actually
or if it's
happened.
actually going on. Like mutant sixth graders, is that actually happening, or is that just like
Exactly.
not
That's
happening.
part of the point. Also, the nominees for The World is Grim Enough, Let's Just All Get Along was Stardew Valley, City Skylines, Slime Rancher, Abzu, and To the Moon.
oh Abzu? That's the one that I voted for.
Abs is
chillest game.
super chill.
It is. The next one is the No Apologies Award. This award is for the game that you love unconditionally. Does it have some faults, maybe? Do other people not understand your love? Sure, but make no mistake, there is no guilt here.
What else
Only
was
pleasure.
in this category?
It was Rust, Mountain Blade Warband, Honey Pop, Gothic 2 Gold
Honey
Edition,
Pop,
and The Witcher Enhanced Edition.
I don't even know that I voted for
Oh,
this. I don't think I voted for this.
dear God, honey.
I didn't
I'm surprised
vote.
Honey Pop didn't didn't win.
I know.
That seems
I
like
would've-
someone that people. That seems like one that people would just love unapologetically.
I was gonna say that's what I expected to win when I saw. Oh, it's Honey Pop. Honey Pop wins. It's
It's
like The Witcher
boring.
1. That's the most boring choice you could have made. But sure.
Defies Description Award going to Gary's Mod. I don't even care what the other
Yeah.
nominees were. That's
What were the other nominees?
Just wait. The other nominees were also pretty good. This game. Okay, here's the description first. This game is like, well, actually, it's more similar to. Picture a combination of. You know what? I can't describe it. Just play it.
yep.
That's the actual description for the award. You had
Yeah.
Gary's Mod, The Stanley Parable, Pony Island, Antichamber, and Doki Doki Literature Club.
I
I feel like Doki Doki Literature Club would have won hands down.
I feel like Doki Doki should have won with the zeitgeist going around it at the time of the awards.
But
Yeah,
I feel
totally.
like it doesn't necessarily defy description though.
That's fair. I mean, Gary's Mod is the one that actually defies description the most.
Yeah, because it's literally
It's
just
like,
like
well-
a modding game that people can make whatever they want.
Yeah.
But you just described it, so therefore, it lost the award.
It lost the award. Thanks, Jank. You
We have to
stole
revoke its Steam award.
the
now.
award
I'm
from Gary's Mod
sorry.
because you described it. Cry
The next-
havoc and let's lick the dogs of war.
Award.
Award.
The Bard said it best. This game doesn't necessarily offer the biggest explosions, it offers something better. Potential. Potential to be a rampaging force of nature. Or not. Who knows? You're an agent of chaos, and no one is going to tell you what to do.
I feel like GTA could have won that one. even though it
Just
was a new
Cause
game that
3?
came out.
Earned this win, right? They did win, right?
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the nominees, I don't see who won.
Yeah, just Cause 3 won.
Just Cause 3 earned this.
Yeah.
Especially, like, the other ones are good too, but Just Cause 3 is crazy town. Here's the thing. Imagine GTA.
Yeah.
I'll say on Just Cause 3 and why it's better in one word: grappling hook.
Grappling hook.
Grappling hook, which you can use to stick things together, including people and other things.
Okay.
You know
You
what?
can use your
sold.
grappling hook
Fair enough.
to attach a man to a propane tank, shoot the propane tank, and then it goes psss, and he flies off with it. And then dies in a fiery explosion. That's
You're right.
the
It
sort of
wins.
stuff you do in Just Cause. But the other games were Total War Warhammer 2, Broforce, Red Faction Guerrilla Steam Edition, and Middle Earth Shadow of War.
Of course.
Shadow of War.
Which,
Literally,
again,
let's slip the dogs of war.
Makes sense.
Yep.
The Orcs of War.
Orc of War.
The
The-
Wargs of War.
There were no wargs in Middle Earth 2, only Karagors.
Yeah, the Karagors of War.
Yeah.
The Wargors. The
Haunts My Dream
Kara
Award.
Wars.
Haunts My Dreams Award.
Let's
The
slip
Lord
the
is-
Shelobs of War.
Anyway,
Hey.
haunts my dreams.
Hey.
This award is slightly a misnomer because this game doesn't just haunt your thoughts. This game doesn't demand your time. You give it willingly.
Really? Counter-Strike? What else was in this category?
People just okay. Here's the thing about Counter Strike. People just go and there's like, just one more round, just one more round, just one more round. And they'll just keep
I
going.
think I initially voted for Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy on that one.
but the
course you
other, with no hopes of it actually making the final nom.
Oh no, yeah, no.
The other nominees were Dota 2, Dark Souls 3, Factorio, and Sid Meier's Civilization 6.
I feel
All
like Dark Souls
very
3 haunts your
good
dreams.
That's a different kind of haunt your dream, though.
Yeah.
No, it's
I-
every kind of haunt your dreams.
That's fair. I would have voted for Civ 6, but I think I forgot to vote that day.
Trying to think of a game that. Oh, they could have done the Five Nights expansion for Dead by Daylight for that one. That literally haunts your dreams.
Oh, you mean the Friday the 13th?
Or yeah,
Not Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. What did I say?
Five
Friday?
Nights.
Five.
They
Five
should
Nights.
add.
Freddy
To be
and
fair,
Freddy
to be
Krueger.
fair, they should add Freddy Fazbear to Dead by Daylight.
That will never happen. Scott Cawthon will not allow it.
Quality.
Here's the thing. I think he would. Anyway, next
Right.
up, the Soul of Vitruvius Award. The Vitruvian Man was Leonardo's celebration of the ideal form. And in that spirit, the SASC looks to celebrate the game with the most lovingly rendered character, be it human, alien, anthropomorphic cat, people, or even a piece of produce.
Okay, here's the thing. I voted for Hellblade on that one because they did such a good job with the motion capture in that game. Like their faces look so real. They did such a good
Like,
job.
honestly, I would understand why any of these would win.
But
But
you vote
the
for
nominees
Bread.
were Nier Automata, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, Bayonetta, and I Am Bread.
I am bread. Good stuff.
I voted for I Am Bread.
Of course you did.
Of course you did.
Whoa, dude! 2.0.
2.0. The Academy wasn't clear enough in the awards description last year. Let's try this again. This award is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas video games.
And The Evil Within 2 makes sense.
Yep. The other nominees were Hotline Miami, Luna, Chamber, CPU Invaders, and also The Evil Within 2.
The best soundtrack, obviously Cuphead, and even better than I
Cuphead, because
expected.
Cuphead.
Wait. There's some other
What?
good. We gotta talk over the nominees for best soundtrack.
Why? Cuphead already won!
But listen, there are very few things that can enhance a game better than music. The right song can set the tone for every aspect of gameplay, from simple exploration to climactic boss fights. This award is for the soundtrack that captured the essence of their game so perfectly that it effortlessly immersed players into the game world.
Who else was on
Well,
the
yes, I
list?
agree. Cuphead should win. The other ones were Nier Automata,
Okay, fair enough.
Meh.
Crypt of the Necro Dancer,
Meh.
Undertale,
Alright,
Yeah.
good.
and Transistor.
Meh.
Oh, that's true. Those
They
all
were
do have good
Great
soundtracks.
nominees, but yeah, Cuphead was
Yeah, Cuphead.
Yeah.
And of course, better than I expected.
even better than I expected.
Even better than I expected. Cuphead.
Even better, meaning you had high hopes and they surpassed those.
And then it got better. Cuphead.
The nominees were Assassin's Creed Origins, Cuphead, Call of Duty World War II, Hollow Knight, and Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania was pretty up there, but Cuphead.
I know. I forgot to vote that day, or I would have voted for Sonic.
Good stuff.
Cuphead won that though, right?
Yes, Cuphead won.
All right.
Okay. So, are there any other thoughts that you guys would like to share?
About the Steam Awards or in general?
Steam Awards in general. Any other thing that you guys want to chit chat about?
Well, there's the last news article that you had. Do we want to get into that at all?
Yeah, I think we'll leave that off for now.
Yeah, I was gonna say we did that last week.
We just did a big long list of just reading off things, so
Yeah,
Maybe we don't follow up with another big long list.
big long list of things. Otherwise, we'll be here for 2 hours.
yeah, just good stuff. Any games that you guys are playing right now that you're super excited about? I know we kind of talked about it at the beginning, but like anything that you're personally looking forward to other than
Spyro?
Kingdom Hearts 3?
Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'm looking forward to our next recording session where we finally do episode 30.8.
Where
Final
we finally
boss Smackdown. Because
finish Kingdom Hearts.
Defeat him with Fairy Harp, where we beat the final
that
boss.
is not happening.
using Fairy
That
Harp.
is not. No,
doing
that
it
is
very
not
hard.
happening. That is not happening.
We're at the
No.
point now. We just want to finish the game. We
Yeah.
don't need the style point.
Yeah, we don't. We
I'll
tried.
take-
It was a
I'll
good
take
goof.
the D in finesse.
It,
That's what I'm saying.
it was a good bit. It was a good goof, but it's over. It shouldn't have happened.
What
I'm
are you
still
saying? Okay, hold on.
pissed.
I know that you're mad that we used Fairy Harp for the final boss fight, but I just want to point out we got to the last stage of that boss fight using Fairy Harp. And
Yes.
the only reason that Fairy Harp failed us on that last stage is because of all the other BS that the boss throws at you. Like, there were lasers, there were, like, orbs
It was mostly
flying around.
exhaustion.
Yeah.
Frankly, it was mostly exhaustion that led to my downfall. Exhaustion and hubris.
Hubris.
If you think that you could legitimately do it,
I have to practice. Frankly, I should probably practice anyway, so I'm
Yeah.
ready.
yeah.
But I'll
If you
I'll
think
let
you
know.
could
I'll let you
legitimately
know.
do it, we'll see it. But
I'll
anyway,
let you know. I gotta practice the fight in general, and then I'll practice it with Fairy Harp.
yeah. Also, I'd like to officially announce that Janky Shenanigans is going to be the main controller wielder for Kingdom Hearts Rechain when we get into that. You don't have a choice.
What?
He never
Oh.
agreed to it, but
You don't have a
it's
choice.
happening.
All right. Just a lot of button mashing is how I play that game. Button mashing through cards. Very little thought.
Yep.
Yeah.
But sure.
Anyways, yeah, no. I put out a New Year's resolutions video for my channel and like general updates. So
Cool.
yeah, so check that out if you want to know what's going on with me.
Cool. What about you, Joe? What's up with you? Getting back into World of Warcraft? Battle for Azeroth?
I'm so hyped for Battle for Azeroth, but nothing has changed in WoW for a little while, so I'm kind of just burnt out on what there is to do.
But you're getting silver rank in Overwatch, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better at Overwatch because I know I'm bad. I'd like to be better.
And rocking
Hey.
Splatoon.
Here's an idea. Anyone in the
Tournament.
chat and Janky, Joe and I are looking for a series to do together on his channel.
Yeah.
Any suggestions?
Any suggestions on a game Noah and I could play together?
Preferably a story-driven multiplayer.
Somewhat family friendly?
Yeah.
D-N-D.
No. No. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out.
Anyway.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been playing the last few days. I've been playing a lot of Pokken tournament. It's really good. It's really good.
Pokken.
I can't wait to play with you guys sometime.
Cool.
Kick your butt.
Well,
I
after
made-
this is
I made
over,
breaks
I'm going
in
back to. Well, first of all, I'm going to eat the dinner /
the
lunch
dinner that's been waiting.
/ dinner
Yeah.
thing going on that's been
Slash
waiting for me.
breakfast.
Yes, / breakfast / food. Then I'm just gonna go back and play more Breath of the Wild because that's my life now. That's everything.
Yeah.
I need to play more Mario Odyssey. That's
My
also
life,
like-
my love, my love, it came from
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild. Boom. Imagine
I
Dragons.
love Overwatch.
Yeah.
I need to play more Overwatch.
And
Time.
yeah, I should play more Overwatch.
Yo,
but
I
anyway,
just want to
Also-
play GTA.
With my channel stuff, I uploaded a video today. It's an update saying that, hey, I'm going to be making videos again. I've recorded 3 episodes of A Hat in Time.
sweet,
Starting A Hat in Time.
Good.
Working on editing them right now.
good,
Not right now, but right after this.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just have to
just-
reacquaint myself with Adobe Premiere after months not using it.
Yeah.
There was an update, so everything's different anyway.
Yep, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's my life.
All right,
Yeah,
so
Janky,
Janky,
back,
what do you
baby.
got going on?
I'm back, baby.
as for me, not a ton. I just have a Hanging with Janky episode this week. Working on getting a couple new things off the ground. And going to start the Squad Select stream again next week. So be sure to vote on what game you would like to see so that we can
voted.
figure out what's going on.
I voted for Heartbound.
Yay! I'm super jazzed for that game. I hope that's all.
That was the
what
game with
wins.
Sean Doggery, right?
Yes, that's the game with Sean Doggery.
Yep. Okay, that's the one I wanted done. Good.
Yes, good. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. That'll start next week, and then next Thursday we'll have our podcast, and then I will be leaving for Texas.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Pack South,
Go
baby.
Pack South. Word. And then I'll probably try to do vlogging, and then I'll probably get like 3 minutes worth of footage recorded before I get embarrassed about recording video footage in front of crowds of people, and then I'll try to edit together into something that's mildly acceptable as a vlog.
If I did it at Colossal Con, you can do it. I believe in you, Jank.
It's weird. That's a conversation for another time about how weird it is to try to talk into a camera and not look like a douchebag standing in a crowd of people. It's real difficult, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have going on. So
Are
tune
you
in
gonna wear the
next
Hat in Time
Tuesday.
hat the whole time.
I will be taking the Hat in Time hat with me,
Good.
and I will
Good.
possibly be bringing it. I don't know. I hope the Hat in Time people are there. I don't know who all is going to be there, but if they're there,
That'll help you not look like a douchebag. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Distinctive. I'll take
just
my
look like an
t-shirt.
orc.
I'll bring my baseball tee with me. It's dangerous to game alone. I'll wear that around. My Breath of the Wild hoodie. Yeah, I'll fade right into the crowd. It's fine.
Yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
fine. There'll be like
It'll be good.
12 other people talking into phones right next to you. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Spot on. Anyway, yeah, so this Sunday, new Hanging with Janky. And then next Tuesday, streams of games.
Strams.
And it will be great.
Strams.
And then, of course,
Friends.
next Thursday, you can join us again for another Pop Culture. If you happen to be catching this on YouTube and you somehow made it through that rambling quagmire, thank you.
Giggity.
Also, have a lovely day, evening, whenever you have to be watching. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, all the people who joined us in the chat. I appreciate you all and love you all. You were all very quiet today, but that's all right. As long as you're here, that's what really matters in our heart of hearts. And also, if you would really like to support Pop Cultured, you can get the Pop Cultured mug on the Janky Shenanigans Designed by Human store. It shows a little Pop Culture logo on it, and that's all the shilling I have. So, good night, everyone. Join us next week. That's been Joe. That's been Noah. That's
many
been
pops.
Scritches the kitten.
Scritches for scritches.
Scritches for
You
Scritches.
can't see them because there's too many of them.
And until the next time, this is us signing off.
Signing out.
Scritches for scritches.
You just like cocked the gun 5 times in a row just for like the
I know,
effect of
right?
it.
Just for the effect.
Good